Hey, what's going on? This is Sarah Lee Day, and you're watching Dubsado Tidbits, the things you need to know about Dubsado delivered in bite-sized pieces. Last time we started digging deeper into the project overview, and today I wanted to continue that conversation and look at a couple of the tabs within the actual project and see what they look like. So when we left off in the last video, we had taken a look at the project information that's available here on the left-hand side and just introduced the different tabs that are available here at the top. So the first tab, the default tab that's going to open every time you open the project, is the emails tab. And you'll see here a list of all of the emails that have gone out to this client. When you click on them, it's going to show you the email content over here on the right. And you'll also be able to see when you sent the email, and hovering over it gives you the exact date and time, and when the client last viewed the email. Again, hovering over it gives you the exact date and time. Now, this information is only going to be available if you have the tracking pixel turned on in your settings. That's something that we covered in an earlier episode when we were going over the gear icon. So take a look back at that if you have questions about setting that up. And then another note is that information doesn't always show up even if you have that pixel turned on, just because of some of the ways that other people's servers collect and use that information. And it's possible that on the receiving end, your clients may have that blocked. It may be, if they're in another country, there may be different protocols for how that works. So it's not always 100% accurate or 100% going to show that information. But for the most part, you're probably going to be able to see when the client has actually viewed it and also when you have sent it. Now, one other note to note about this is if you open this email that you sent to your client within your own external email inbox, it'll also register that it was viewed by the client. So just keep that in mind if you see dates or numbers in here that maybe don't make sense. Like maybe you sent the email and like you just viewed it and you're like, oh, they just looked at it. No, that was you. I've done that before. Anyway, then directly below it here, you have you can respond and you can send an email here, and it's going to automatically default with whatever signature that you have set up for your business. And that is in another previous episode that we did when we were talking about canned email. So check that out if you need to. Below here, you'll have some options for formatting your email, for including additional items in your email. You can use smart fields, several different smart fields that are available here to put into your email. You can format your text in the email. You got fonts, you got sizes. This little bookmark looking icon, this is going to pull up a list of all of your saved canned email responses. So you can easily just pick one and it'll populate the email for you. So if we just picked this one, then it populates that email, populates the link. Anything that you have in that canned email already saved, it's going to populate for you so you can just quickly send it. Then this one that looks like a little document will bring up a documents list. All the different forms that are already added to the project, you can pull them up in here, and if you needed to send one of these forms, you could click it and it would insert that form with a link and format it as a button. So if you just needed to quickly resend a form or send a form that you've added to the project, it's not something that's already going to go through a workflow, you can just already add it right there from within this email. Now, if I wanted to add any external attachments, you can attach files from here. And you would just navigate through your folders, find the file you want to include, and click open. And now you can see in parentheses here, and hovering over it, you can see exactly what is attached. And that will go actually as an attachment in the email to your client. And then you just click send to send that. You can scroll through and look at all of your previous emails, and you can respond to any of them, looking down here at the bottom, scrolling to the bottom. If you want to start a new thread, a new email, you can click here on the button that says send email, and that will open up an entirely new email here where you can put in your subject, your content, it's got your signature. The other cool thing that you can do with a new email is you can actually use this little arrow here to schedule that email to go out later. So let's say for whatever reason you are up late working or working on the weekend, but you don't want to send that information outside of business hours. You can still do it, get it prepared, get it ready to go, and then send it later, either in 3 hours. Maybe you're doing it during the day and you just don't want to send it right at this moment. Send it 3 hours later, send it a day later, and it'll go out the next day at 9 a.m. So no matter what time of day you do it today, if you do it 9 a.m., that'll be 9 a.m. the next day. Or you can schedule it for next week, so 7 days from the current date. Now, if these are not, if these time frames aren't really what you're looking for, you want to send it later, but not in 3 hours. You want to send it tomorrow, but not at 9 a.m., next week, but not 7 days. Whatever the case, just pick one of these, and when you do, I'm going to go ahead and cancel this, but when you do, it's going to create a workflow, and it's going to be a special delayed email workflow. So send delayed email on whatever specific date and time that you want to do it. This is going to default to whatever you selected in that send email box, but if you just come here and click edit, you'll be able to change the time and date that it goes out. So we can change that right in here and just hit apply, and that will update that delayed email to exactly the date and time that you want to send it. All right, and that's it for today's tidbit. For more information about receiving updates, requesting future episodes, or getting help with your own Dubsado account, take a look at the links in the description below this video or visit SarahLeeDay.com. Thanks again for watching. Have a good one.